Today I'll be reacting to Larry Bird's stories that prove he's the best trash talker. So let's go right into the video.
Larry Bird was one of the biggest trash talkers in basketball. And a lot of people say, really? They thought it was Reggie or Charles.
Bird used to tell me, look here, man, you supposed to be a great defender, right? And I'm going to make sure I tell you where I'm going to shoot the ball at.
And he said, I'm going to get it right here. I'm going to shoot it right in your face.
And I'm looking at this guy like, he's nuts.
I'm going to go shoot this motherfucking jumper in your face right there in that corner. And it's going to be your Christmas present. I'm going to wrap it up and bust your head open.
And that's exactly what he did.
If he tell you going to hit a shot in a certain place, he going to do just that, and ain't nothing you can do about it.
Being a better player each step I took, I was able to do a little more than the other guys. I had a green light. I could make plays, but I always knew early on, especially when I was a junior, senior high school, that probably the outcome of the game was going to depend on me.
Well, yeah, I interviewed Gary Payton, a venomous trash talker. And I asked him who the most vicious trash talker he's ever encountered. He said Larry Bird.
Oh, no question.
Bird talk like we talk. Let me tell y'all something. Bird used to tell me, look here, man, I'm going to go shoot this jumper in your face right there in that corner. And it's going to be your Christmas present. I'm going to wrap it up and bust your head open. All that. He told me, young fella, let me tell you something. I can shoot a jumper anywhere I want to. You supposed to be a great defender, right? I'm gonna make sure I tell you where I'm gonna shoot the ball at. And I was like, man, come on now, you're not gonna shoot the ball. And so he said, I'm gonna take you over in that corner right there. You see it over there by my bench, right? And I'm gonna give you something, and it's gonna be this jumper. So he went right to that corner, and I'm up on him, I'm wondering, and he said, young fella, what did I tell you I was gonna do? And he turned around, raised up, and it was all drawn.
So Larry Bird was a savage. Oh my goodness. You know when Gary Payton say, like, you're the best trash talker, like, to him, yeah, you was talking crazy. You was talking crazy.
And he turned around, raised up, and it was all drawn. And I said, I ain't gonna mess with you no more. He was the coldest dude I ever seen with that, man. Everybody be talking about these greats. They'll be always mentioning him. He was the man. He'll give it to you any way he wanted to. Larry Bird was cold.
Bird didn't talk trash to you,
Oh,
did he?
my God. Bird talked trash to everybody. I always tell the story about Larry Bird. I remember him, he was cursing under his breath. And I asked him, I said, Larry, what's going on with you? He says, you guys are being disrespectful to me. And I says, what are you talking about? He says, you guys are putting a white guy on me. That's disrespectful. I just thought.
No, that's funny. No, Larry Bird telling him it's disrespectful that they put a white guy on him. That's hilarious, dog. Man, Larry Bird low-key funny. He talking about that's disrespectful. Man.
Putting a white guy on me. That's disrespectful. I just started laughing. I had no comeback when he says, it's disrespectful when y'all put a white guy on me.
Larry said, I'm insulted that they would put a sorry dude like you on me. He said, no, I don't even want to play no more. He would drop the ball and take a turnover. And I'm looking at this guy like, he's nuts,
The story goes that when he played against Denver, they had a guy named John Hansley, a white guy, a really good defender, right?
Okay.
They put him on Larry, and Larry was wearing his out.
Absolutely.
And Larry would run by the bench and tell Doug Moe, who was the coach, get him off me. That's disrespectful. Put a black guy on me. Because when he played back in the day, that's all he played against was brothers. So he was like, I had to torch it so they understand.
And Larry got on the roll, started shooting the balls. Every shot was going in. All right, he runs by Frank Layden, who's the funniest guy in the league. And Frank is coaching, and Larry says to him, hey, Frank, don't you have anybody on that bench that can guard me? He goes, so nobody out here can. Frank looked down at the bench and goes, no.
Along with Steve Jones and Rick Barry.
Larry Bird really was talking crazy. Oh my goodness. Yo! I watch videos where Larry Bird talk trash, but this one, it actually with real details? Oh, nah. Yeah, Larry Bird was different.
Frank looked down at the bench and goes, no.
Along with Steve Jones and Rick Barry, this is Bob Neal. Just moments before the American Airlines Sheraton long-distance shootout.
The All-Star game is in Dallas, the first three-point contest, and he just starts looking at guys, doesn't say a word, and people are getting kind of nervous. Everybody's sitting there, everybody's real quiet. You knew the guys, but you never were around them. And nobody's really saying anything, so I walk in and look around, and then he finally speaks and says, I'm just looking to see who's going to finish second.
And says, I hope all you guys in here are thinking about second place because I'm winning this.
Excuse me?
Did you really say that? Who's playing for second?
Yeah, I did. I felt so bad. When you walked in there, what were you thinking when you made that announcement to the room? Just messing with all those guys? I know going into that, I remember in the locker room, Robert said something that there's no way I was going to win that 3-point contest. So I knew right then I had to win it.
That chick said my name on it for a week now, and I knew I was going to win this thing. I've been
Oh yeah, he won a good 10 grand for that. I see. He got a good 10,000 for that. Hold it up.
Had to win it.
That chick said my name on it for a week now, and I knew I was going to win this thing. I've been practicing, and my teammates said I wasn't going to win it, but I came back and lucked out, really.
Bird would luck out again the next year, but in 1988, it looked like his luck had finally run out.
He certainly doesn't have that normal Bird rhythm going for him. Seconds remaining, has only 7, has to beat 15. That's 8, make it 9. And 10, 11 as we're counting, 13.
Huge rack that time for Bird.
We still got to drop one here quickly, 14. This is a tie for the money. Larry Bird at the buzzer.
He knew exactly what the score was. He knew that ball was going to win the competition for him, and it's almost like he did it in dramatic fashion just to make it more fun.
He knew it when he let it go and was headed for the winner's circle.
He didn't take off his top yet. I didn't see when he took off his top.
Larry used to come in the locker rooms. He'd be getting his ankles taped, and he'd say, hey, ball boy, run in and go find the scoring record in this building. He needed those kind of challenges.
He had accomplished every goal. We hadn't lost a game on the trip. And Larry told all of us players and the media too, tomorrow night's the last game of the trip, I'm going to play this one left-handed at least through 3 quarters.
It was at a time when, Mikhail was still coming off the bench.
And so Larry scores his 6th point on a left-handed shot.
And I'll never forget him. Mikhail yells out.
And Mikhail goes, hey, Jerome, wait till he starts shooting right-handed.
And at the end of 3 quarters, I get 27 points left-handed.
Well, left-handed is one thing, but when the game got close, I had to go back to the right one.
He could hold all these things in his head during a game. So he'd have a shooting drill at the old Boston Garden.
4:30 in the afternoon. I was an early guy. I'd set up early. The garden would be dark.
Late in the afternoon by himself, dark garden. Come out with an equipment guy and just do the perimeter, shoot for half hour. All you heard was swishing.
If he missed a shot during that thing, he'd say that the Bull Gang set up something wrong with the rim. Otherwise that would have gone in.
I'd get there early, plug in my Stone Age computer right next to the bench. He'd come over, he'd call me Scoop. He'd say, Scoop, what are you working on? I'm saying, I'm doing an early story.
And I'd say, well, I'm doing an early edition newspaper story about your free throw streak.
You are approximating the NBA record for consecutive free throws, so don't miss one tonight or I'll look bad in the paper.
Sure enough, first half, he goes to the line for 2, and the foul line is lined up right where we're sitting if he looks over.
He's at the line. He makes the first.
He looks over and winks at me.
He looks over and winks at me before he makes the second. I mean, guys don't do that today. And he would...
Always thinking about these things. It's like paying off a bet in the middle of a game. He was doing 2 things at once.
Well, you had the...
This video talk about Larry Bird talking trash, but honestly, bro was just having fun. This is what I'm getting from this. Larry Bird was just having fun out there with a basketball court. He just had to keep himself entertained. That's all he was trying to do. That's hilarious. Larry Bird was that guy.
About these things, it's like paying off a bet in the middle of a game. He was doing 2 things at once.
Well, you had the Bird night.
I had the Bird night. That was a tough night, man.
But nobody was guarding Bird, were they?
Well, we were trying.
You were trying to.
No, but when a guy is literally coming up the court, calling his shots, it's in that game, we're on the free throw line, and he literally says,
"It's off the glass. Who's next? Where you want this one from?" And he just made one after another, and he just tortured it mentally. That game, he tortured all of them.
I think Bird went by the bench one time, too.
He fell in the bench.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, and he called that one. That was the one where he fell in it. He literally said, off the glass into the trainer. And,
no way.
Yeah.
His last shot, he said, in the trainer's lap, coming down the court. He shot this high rainbow. It goes in. Ricky bumps into him and he knocks him on our trainer's lap. So it was exactly what he said.
Antoine Carr and Cliff Livingston got fined by Fratello, I think.
And Eddie Johnson for celebrating.
Celebrating Bird.
Yeah, it was the best film session. Every time when I see Mike, we still laugh.
God,
it was the greatest film session ever because back then, you watched the real game and just went, with a video. And Mike rewound the celebration 20 times.
And they show a shot of our bench. Cliff Livingston and Eddie Johnson are standing up giving each other high five.
I mean, everybody was entertained by this. Even the guy.
That That's when you know Larry Bird was hooping. He destroying your team and you're celebrating. That's when you know he hooping. That's hilarious. Larry Bird jumper, though. His jumper was so pure. That man jumper was nice.
Are standing up, giving each other high five.
I mean, everybody was entertained by this. Even the guys on the Atlanta bench.
They got fined for that, I heard.
Yeah. Watch the reactions on the Atlanta bench. You see Scotty Hastings with them. Yeah. Watch Cliff Livingston over here. I think this is Cliff.
Fratello wouldn't let it go. He just kept rewinding. Showing the guys, you remember they're giving each other high five.
And then somebody falls off the bench.
Yeah, that was Eddie Johnson.
Yeah.
Eddie Johnson falls off the bench in laughter, and Antoine Carr and Cliff gives each other high five. And our film session was 20 minutes of that. And, yeah, and so it was a bad night.
The first game against Larry Bird, it was shocking. And I'm a rookie, you know. I go shake his hand, and he put both hands behind his back. And I'm saying, okay, he's getting his head ready to play. First play of the game, he says, I don't know where they got you guarding me, Holmes. And he shoots a 3. I was pissed. I said, I wasn't mad he hit the 3. But this bitch just called me Holmes, And so it's set up for a really interesting game. Because I remember one time I came down and I dunked it on him. He laying on the ground. He fouled me, and I'm pointing. And he said, hey, Rook. I said, what? He said, I like you. He said, you got balls, but I'm still going to get 30,
Hold up. I'm about to say Dominique was nice. Hold up. That dunk was crazy. Hold up. Dominique Wilkins. He's one of the most underrated players ever. Dominique Wilkins was so nice.
Interesting game. Because I remember one time I came down and I dunked it on him. He laying on the ground. He fouled me, and I'm pointing. And he said, hey, Rook. I said, what? He said, I like you. He said, you got balls, but I'm still going to get 30, He got about 38, so he kind of proved his point. But I had to pay my dues. I wasn't upset about that because, back then, as a rookie, you got to pay your dues. Simple as that.
It was funny, the first time that I played in my rookie year, I guarded Larry Bird, and it took me about 10 minutes to realize I should be probably guarding him instead of staring at him. And he came down, it was funny, he came down one time, and Mark West was the center on our team, and Larry looked at me, and then he looked at Mark, and he said, Mark, I'm going to go down, I'm going to come off the screen, I'm going to catch it right there, I'm going to turn around, I'm going to shoot it in the rookie's face, and then I'm going to run down the floor. And that's exactly what he did. And I'm sitting there, that just happened.
But did he talk to you, or you weren't good enough?
He talked through me. He never addressed me.
I love that.
Like I wasn't even there.
And did Mark West going?
Mark was like, all right,
okay, yeah, all right.
You probably will. Good luck.
And then
I'm telling y'all, that is the most savage thing ever. When you tell the player to play, say I'm going to hit this shot in your face, and when you actually do it, I'm sorry. You can't get more disrespectful than that. There's like so many stories with Larry Bird doing that. It's hilarious. I'm catch the ball right here, shoot it in your face, run down the court. I'm going to catch the ball right here, shoot it in your face, fall in the trainer lap, catch the ball right here, come off the screen, catch the ball, shoot it right in your face. Look at you running down back on defense. Like, come on, man. You can't get more disrespectful than that. That's real disrespectful.
West going.
Mark was like, all right.
Okay, yeah, all right.
You probably will. Good luck.
And then he did.
He did it.
Well,
there was nothing I could do about it.
He backed up whatever he said. If he tell you going to hit a shot to certain place, or if he going to take you down to the post, turn around, hit a fadeaway J, he going to do just that, and ain't nothing you can do about it.
These guys.
Hold up, Dominique, he did you like that? Hold up. Dominique, he did you like that? Oh, Dominique, I hope that wasn't you. I hope that was another player. Dominique.
To the post, turn around, hit a fadeaway J, he going to do just that, and ain't nothing you can do about it.
These guys came in together in 81. There's Kevin, there's Larry, there's Robert, Dennis Johnson, Danny Ainge. They knew what each other could do. And what I did was said, okay, let's see what's happening out there. And you'd see Larry shooting a three-pointer, and then I call a timeout. And they didn't count the three-pointer.
Larry just hit what would have been the game-winning shot, but KC called timeout.
It won't count. It does not count. Boston had called a timeout.
Larry came back to the bench, and he was a little upset.
So he's very upset with that. So I diagrammed the play. He says, heck with the play, Case. Hey guys, when I come back after timeout, I'm going to go right to the same spot. I'm going to kick it in. Give me the ball and tell all the rest of the guys to get out of the way. I said, shut up, Larry. I'm the coach here. Okay. All right, Dennis, you take the ball out, give it to Kevin, then you throw it to Larry, and everybody gets out of the way.
Celtics are down by 2 points, and Bird is out by the three-point line, and he's being guarded by a guy named Johnny High.
He goes down before the ball is thrown in, and he's standing right in front of the Phoenix bench,
And he looks at all the guys on the bench and says,
"Yeah, I'm just fixing to bust a 3 on you guys and just go home. I'm tired of this."
and he says, watch my hand as I follow through.
And, Johnny High sort of smiles and laughs about it.
And I was supposed to cut off the high post and post up for a second and then go across and set a pick. Well, I came off the pick and I was wide open and I stood there waiting for the ball. I had a smaller guy to post up and Larry just waved me out of the way saying, "Get out of here, get out of the way."
And then he just turns around and shoots a perfect 3.
As the ball's in the air, he kind of turns towards the Phoenix bench and yells, "Told you so!" He takes off running to the locker room.
That's wild. That shot was beautiful, though. Bro caught the ball, turned around, one leg, come here. Then you gonna turn around and point? No, that's wild. That shot was beautiful, though. Let's go back to that. That shot was beautiful.
Then he just turns around and shoots a perfect 3.
One leg.
As the ball's in the air, he kind of turns towards the Phoenix bench and yells, "Told you so!" He takes off running to the locker room.
As he continues on to the dressing room. Now, that's what you call arrogance.
And from that time, I learned to run Larry's play, not the coach's play.
He wanted the light on him. He wanted the focus, and he wanted that ball. And in case he would ever call somebody else's play, Larry would just say, no. I'm shooting this ball, and he would.
I get a charge when I tell someone on the opposing team that I'm going to hit the last second shot and then do it. That's what it's all about.
Tie game, 13 seconds to play. Celtics basketball.
During the timeout, I'm going through a play. And about that time, Larry steps in and says, Coach, why don't you just give me the ball and tell everybody to get out of the way? It's Larry. If he wants the ball, he wants the ball. After the timeout, we walked back on the court, and then Xavier was guarding him. So he tells Xavier, he says, "I'm getting the ball."
I said, "I know, I'm going to be waiting." And he said, "I'm going to get it right here. I'm going to shoot it right in your face."
5, and Bird has the basketball. Look out. Larry Bird, just phenomenal the way that...
He came out when right about that exact spot and shot a shot right in my face. And, he was like, "I didn't mean to leave 2 seconds on the clock."
No, that's funny, dog. You see, that's the disrespect I'm talking about. How you gonna tell a guy? You gonna walk up to him, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get the ball right here, shoot in your face for game. Right here. Okay, give me the ball. Come here, game." You can't get more disrespectful than that. No, he might be the best trash talker ever. Honestly, he might be. I heard some Michael Jordan trash talking stories, but honestly, I don't know if Michael Jordan been that disrespectful.
I didn't mean to leave 2 seconds on the clock.
Larry Bird was one of the biggest trash talkers in basketball. And a lot of people say, really? They thought it was Reggie or Charles. Larry Bird talked more trash on the basketball court than anybody I've ever played against. So we playing him the last play. He says to James Worthy, he says, "You guys don't have to worry about it. I'm going to go right over there that corner. And I'm going to catch it, I'm going to shoot it, and I'm going to tie the game or win the game, whatever the case may be." They take the ball out, and I think it was either Danny or
DJ?
the late, great DJ.
Yeah.
You DJ coming down, right, with the ball. Oh, great, DJ, that's good. So pass it to Larry, he's in that corner. Now I got to go out and close Larry Bird out. So as I'm running out to Larry Bird, he's talking trash to me. I don't know why you running out here. Who says that in the middle of the game? He said, "I'm going to wait till you get 1 step away from me and I'm going to shoot it right in your face." So I got 1 step away. He shoots it all net. 3-pointer, good.
Take the ball out, man crow right to the corner, caught the shot, shot a 3, game over. It's like, are you kidding me?
And he turned to me and said, "You did all that running for nothing."
And he was saying in such a calm way that you didn't think it was trash talking, but it's trash talking. You're not going to tell me you're going to go over there and shoot the ball in my face. That's trash talking. But he would tell you before the play even started. He'd tell you where he's going. He'd tell you when he catches it, there's nothing you could do about it. And it was great trash talking because it wasn't vulgar. I mean, he wasn't pounding his chest. You can just be standing next to him. I would jump out and try to block a shot on rotation, and he'd say, "Scott,
you jump high, but you don't jump that high. You can't get this."
"Scott, you're a little too late. Scott, you're not getting that. Why are you even jumping? Why are you running out here?" But it was all game.
He'd say something like, "Don't do that."
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, I mean, he talked the whole game, and it was, after the game and after years of thinking about it, you're like, man, that dude, why he's one of the greatest players ever played.
He was ridiculous. He came on here. Our sportscaster played the Superman theme when he was talking about him that night after the game because he did everything, points, rebounds, assists, just steals, you name it. Larry has such a great mind for the game. I had a lot of respect for him as a competitor.
That competitive nature.
That's why I like doing videos about Larry Bird. because I have a lot of respect for him as a basketball player because, of course, I never saw him. But it was nice to see his peers, like, show him a lot of respect. That's where, you know, like, probably just as a basketball player, they respect him, and probably as a person, they respect him as well. So it was nice to see that.
For the game, I had a lot of respect for him as a competitor.
That competitive nature, the work ethic, because I asked a lot of questions. You know, playing with Byron Scott, I asked him a lot of questions. Eddie Jones, Magic, James Worthy, Kurt Rambis, all the Laker greats, I would always sit down and just ask them questions. What actually happened there? What did you feel there? Why? You know, Bird tough to defend. Why? Because you look slower than me. So it's like, I'm missing something. So like, tell me what I'm missing. You know what I mean?
You know, like I was saying, growing up in Boston, people all used to always talking about that he can't.
See, Kobe Bryant, he's my favorite basketball player ever. I will always watch interviews with Kobe because, like, his mind was so different, like, as a competitor, because Kobe mindset was totally different from everybody else. So every time somebody interview Kobe, I be locked in because I want to hear what Kobe has to say and trying to understand him. That's why Kobe Bryant, my favorite basketball player ever. Plus, I also like his game too. Kobe Bryant was the one that made me love basketball. Kobe Bryant's the one that made me love sports in general.
You know, like I was saying, growing up in Boston, people all used to always talking about that he can't jump, he can't do this, he can't do that. And, you know, a lot of my friends was like that, you know. So, I got to the league. I called all my friends back up. I said, you know, all that trash that you were talking, you need to squash all that. This man is great. Whatever you were saying for a man who can't jump, he's demolishing everybody. He's doing it on everybody. He's doing it on the best defensive players in the league.
Yeah, I never forget driving and I'm listening to a game. It's New Mexico State playing Indiana State. I don't really care about the game, but New Mexico State is right up the streets from El Paso, and I went to UTEP, and we're big rivalries. So I'm hoping that Indiana State will beat New Mexico State. And I'm listening to the radio, and I have no clue of the players on either team. All of a sudden, this name keeps coming. Bird. He goes to the right. Bird. He makes the shot. Bird. I said, who's Bird? Bird. You know, here's Bird. And Bird this, and Bird, oh, did you see the pass that Bird made? I can't see it, but I'm just trying to imagine it. When the time I got to the end, I said, that brother can play. Larry, it wasn't you know, be honest with you. The young lady that said you were her favorite player, mine too. I love you too, Magic, but not as much as I like Bird.
People always talk about great basketball players, and they don't never mention him to be up in that round. But Larry Bird was cold. I don't think nobody ever could get out with him. You ask Magic. That's why Magic had a run, and he was mad when he had to retire in '92 because of what he was going to be missing with Larry Bird. And then you remember Larry Bird took 2 more years, and then he quit because he said his main guy who he wanted to play against is gone.
I'm going to tell this story. We're in LA, and I'm hurt. They got a pulled hamstring, so I'm not playing tonight. So I can't play against the Celtics. You know, I'm killing myself. You know, Larry's warming up. The anthem is sung and get introduced. And right before they go out on the court, Larry comes down and says, you know what? Since you're here, I'm going to put a show on for you. So you just sit back and watch, okay? Don't worry. I'm going to put a show on for you. And I'm like, man, get out of my face, man. Want to hear that? You know, that's Celtics and the Lakers. And he went out. I think he scored 38 points, about 20 rebounds, about 15 assists. And every...
No, ain't no way. Did he say that? No, ain't no way. Wait, hold up, Magic, bro. Wait, Magic. Did Magic just say that man went out and got 38 points, 20 rebounds, and 15 assists? Yo, Larry Bird was different. Oh my, no, I gotta hear that again. Ain't no way.
Celtics and the Lakers. And he went out. I think he scored 38 points, about 20 rebounds, about 15 assists. And every shot he would shoot, he would turn to me. Every time he hit one, he'd look at me. And I said, boy, you know, the thing about it that I love about you is that most guys talk trash and can't bag it up. But Mr. Bird, you know you can bag your trash talking up. And last but not least, I'm going to say this because you told me one lie You only told me one lie in your career. Only one. And you only lied to the fans and all the people in the world one time. Do you know what that lie was? You don't remember, do you? Larry Bird said that there would be another Larry Bird one day. And Larry, there will never, ever, ever be another Larry Bird. And so, this is mine, and I signed it to you, to the greatest basketball player ever, but more important, a friend forever. I love you, I respect you, and I admire you.
That was really nice from Magic Johnson. That was really nice. You could really tell him and Larry Bird was best friends. You could really tell they was best friends and they was great rivals. But that is hilarious. Bro told Magic, I'm gonna put on the show, put up 38 points, 20 rebounds, and 15 assists. That is crazy. That is wild. Larry Bird was a different breed. Magic right though. We still haven't saw another Larry Bird. There's players that was probably similar to Larry, I guess. The only person I could think that's probably similar to Larry Bird is probably Luka Doncic. That's probably the only one that's like similar to him. But we still haven't saw another Larry Bird though. We probably won't see another Larry Bird again. Larry Bird was a different breed. I really did enjoy that video. That video was hilarious. That video was too funny. Larry Bird did not care either. This man would tell you to play what's going to happen. Then he would get the ball, shoot the ball in your face. Then he say, I told you so. That is tough. Larry Bird was nice. Some people, they say Larry Bird wouldn't be great in today's NBA. Of course he'll be great in today's NBA. Like, come on. He had everything. He was a great shooter, great passer, great rebounder. I'll say he was a decent defender, and he was clutch. He would definitely fit in today's NBA, for sure. So comment down below y'all thoughts about this video, your thoughts about Larry Bird. What was the funniest story in the video? I'm just curious to see what you all think, and I hope everyone have a blessed day. I'm out.